Who has the honor of presenting Ashley to marry Jonathan?
Her family and I do.
Thank you all for taking the time and effort to join us today. It's an honor to officiate my first and last wedding. Today, we gather to witness a celebration of love between Ashley and Jonathan. Although today is their day, it is also a tribute to all of you. Sometimes people come into your life for a moment, a day, or a lifetime. It matters not the time they spent with you, but how they impacted your life in that time. No one comes into your life by accident, and everyone that crosses your path serves a purpose. The involvement with everyone here today, and many more who aren't, has helped to shape the bride and groom into who they needed to be to find each other. They would like to thank you for that. We often define our life by moments, first dates, first kiss, the point in time you decided she was the one, to the instant you said yes to spending your life with the man standing next to you. You never really think about the things that brought you to that pivotal point that changed you in your life forever. These moments we so often deem are defining aren't the true occasions that make us. The moments that make us are the small pauses in time. The moments that so often slip through the cracks are truly the most defining ones. They have led us right up the stairs and to the front door of these beautiful and unforgettable points in time. Today, we are opening another instant that will be locked into all of our lives. But I want to take a second and ask the two of you to remember the moments that brought you here today. Those occurrences flash in the blink of an eye, but are truly the most beautiful of them all, for they have created and shaped the day we are having today. You fell in love by chance, but you're here today because you're making a choice. You're both choosing each other. You've chosen to be with someone who enhances you, who makes you think, makes you smile, and makes every day brighter. I can't look at you. You're about to make promises to each other that you intend to keep. You're going to vow to take care of each other, to stand up for one another, and find happiness in the other. There's a simple premise to each of these promises. You're vowing to be there. You're teaming up and saying to the other, every experience I have, I want you to be a part of. Please hold hands and face each other. Will you, Jonathan, keep Ashley as your favorite person, to laugh with her, support her through life's tough moments, be proud of her, grow old with her, and find new reasons to love her every day?
I will.
Will you, Ashley, keep Jonathan as your favorite person, to laugh with him, support him through life's tough moments, be proud of him, grow old with him, and find new reasons to love him every day?
I will.
We will now hear readings from Britton Muir, Sandra Hubbardson, and Stephanie Patino.
Love by Roy Croft. I love you, not only for what you are, but for what I am when I'm with you. I love you, not only for what you have made of yourself, but for what you are making of me. I love you for the part of me that you bring out. I love you for putting your hand into my heaped up heart and passing over all of the foolish, weak things that you can't help but dimly see there, and for drawing out into the light all of the beautiful belongings that no one else had looked quite far enough to find. I love you because you are helping me to make the lumber of my life not a tavern but a temple, out of the works of my everyday, not a reproach but a song. I love you because you have done more than any creed could have done to make me good, and more than any fate could have done to make me happy. You have done it without a touch, without a word, without a sign. You have done it by being yourself.
The Art of a Good Marriage by Wilford A. Peterson. Happiness in marriage is not something that just happens. A good marriage must be created. In marriage, the little things are the big things. It's never being too old to hold hands. It's remembering to say I love you at least once a day. It is never going to sleep angry. It is at no time taking the other for granted. The courtship should not end with the honeymoon. It should continue through the years. It is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It is standing together, facing the world. It is forming a circle of love that gathers the whole family. It is doing things for each other, not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is not looking for perfection in each other. It is cultivating flexibility, patience, understanding, and a sense of humor. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow old. It is a common search for the good and the beautiful. It is establishing a relationship in which the independence is equal, dependence is mutual, and the obligation is reciprocal. It is not only marrying the right partner, it is being the right partner.
Gift from the Sea by Morrow, Lindbergh. When you love someone, you do not love them all the time in exactly the same way, from moment to moment. It is an impossibility. It is even a lie to pretend to. And yet this is exactly what most of us demand. We have so little faith in the ebb and flow of life, of relationships. We leap at the flow of the tide and resist in the terror of the ebb. We are afraid it'll never return. We insist on permanency, on duration, on continuity, when the only continuity possible in life as in love is in growth, in fluidity, and freedom. The only real security is not in owning or possessing, not in demanding or expecting, not in hoping even. Security in a relationship lies neither in looking back to what was in nostalgia, nor forward to what might be in dread or anticipation, but living in the present relationship and accepting it as it is now. Relationships must be like islands. One must accept them for what they are here and now, within their limits, islands, surrounded and interrupted by the sea, and continually visited and banded by the tides of life.
You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making commitments in an informal way. All those conversations that were held in a car or over a meal or during long walks. All those conversations that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, you will, and we will. All those late nights talks that included someday and somehow and maybe. All those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you're about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know, all those things that we promised and hoped and dreamed, well, I meant it all, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another. A friend, companion, dancing partner, even teacher, for you have learned much from one another these past few years. Shortly, you shall say a few words that will take you across a threshold of life, and things between you will never be quite the same. For after today, you will say to the world, this is my husband, this is my wife. Ashley and Jonathan have written their own vows, which they will now exchange.
Ashley. Smile. Ashley. Hey, someone. I stand here today, ready to take you to be my wife, my best friend, and lifelong partner in marriage. There aren't enough words to describe the love I have for you. I wake up every morning thinking about how I can make you smile that day, make you laugh, or what I can do to make you proud of me. Because that's what you do to me every single day. God damn.
This is a bad idea.
I'm so incredibly proud of the person you are. You're so smart, loving, ambitious, funny, and above all, you're so beautiful inside and out. You push me to be the best version of myself every day, and I'm forever thankful for that. I feel so lucky to be the one you choose to spend forever with. And even though your family has considered me their own for 14 years, now I feel blessed to finally make it official, especially since I'm getting the coolest brother-in-law I can ask for. You're pretty cool, Ryan. He made me say that. Now, as we start this new chapter together, I would like to make these promises to you. I promise to cherish you in every step of our journey together as husband and wife. I promise to be the best husband I can be and be the best father of our future children. I promise to clean the dishes and take out the trash every day, as long as I never have to fold another piece of laundry again. And I promise to eat pizza, drink wine with you as often as possible, especially now that we don't need to worry about fitting into our wedding outfits. And most importantly, I promise to love you every day, each day a little more than the last. Can't wait to spend my life with you.
I guess I can't. Bad idea. John, I'm indecisive, I can be stubborn, I make way too many lists, and I always thought I had my entire life mapped out. Then you happened. You were the last person I pictured standing here with me today, and that completely messed up my plan. You messed up my plans in the best way possible, and you made the picture I had for my life so much brighter. You came into my life and so easily broke down walls that I had spent years building, and it changed me in ways I never knew I needed. It terrified me that falling for you was completely out of my control. It came without warning, and I was in love with you before I even had a choice. From then on, my plans changed. All the things I thought I was supposed to do, be, or accomplish went out the window, and the only plan I had was to make you smile every day for the rest of my life. I admire you in so many ways. You have so many qualities that draw me to you. You have the capability of seeing and believing in every possibility. You have the goofiest laugh that heals better than any medicine. You can somehow find the silver lining in any crappy situation, and you have such a genuine love for life. You know how to be strong when I am weak. You know how to be logical when I am emotional. You balance me out in every possible way. You have such a rare understanding for time. You fully live for and cherish every single moment you are given. For so long I have been living a life in fast forward, and now I find myself constantly wishing that time would stop and hold still for just a while longer, just so I can grasp every second with you. You're my best friend. You make every day fun. You can make my life a little frustrating, but you make every second so worth it. So, from the 11-year-old girl who had a crush on her brother's best friend, to the 26-year-old woman standing with you today, I promise to give you the same compassion and support that I give Otto and Olive.
That's a lot.
I promise to eat Costco Supreme Pizza with you at least once a month. I promise to believe you every time you say everything will work out, because you've never once been wrong. I promise to help shoulder our challenges, for there is nothing we cannot face together. I promise to continually update these vows to cover a lifetime of growing with you. And lastly, I promise you the most perfect form of love and trust possible, for one lifetime with you could never be enough. I love you so much.
Thank you. I will now ask you to seal the vows you shared with each other by giving and receiving of rings. Please repeat after me. I, Jonathan, take you, Ashley, to be my wife.
I, Jonathan, take you, Ashley, to be my wife.
I promise to be true to you in good times and in bad,
I promise to be true to you in good times and in bad,
in sickness and in health.
in sickness and in health.
I will love you and honor you all the days of my life.
I will love you and honor you all the days of my life.
I, Ashley, take you, Jonathan, to be my husband.
I, Ashley, take you, Jonathan, to be my husband.
I promise to be true to you in good times and in bad,
I promise to be true to you in good times and in bad,
in sickness and in health.
in sickness and in health.
I will love you and honor you all the days of my life.
I will love you and honor you all the days of my life.
Ashley and Jonathan, you have expressed your love to one another through the commitment and promises you have just made. It is with these in mind that I pronounce you husband and wife. John, you may now kiss the bride. Please face the crowd. It is my honor to present for the first time in public, Mr. and Mrs. Patino. Good.